Work on. To engage in the process of designing, building, or improving something. Synonym for. Work on. Engage in, tackle, address, deal with, attend to, handle. Engineers are currently working on developing new renewable energy technologies. The engineering team is currently working on a new prototype. Let's work on improving our presentation skills before the next client meeting. Set up. To assemble or install equipment or machinery. Synonym for. Set up. Establish, arrange, install, organize, put in place, initiate. We need to set up the equipment for the experiment before the participants arrive. The technicians are setting up the new manufacturing line. The IT department will set up the new computers in the conference room tomorrow. Fine-tune. To make small adjustments to achieve optimal performance. Synonym for. Fine-tune. Adjust, calibrate, refine, tweak, perfect, polish. Engineers often fine-tune the parameters of a system for efficiency. After receiving feedback from users, the developers fine-tune the app's user interface. The engineers fine-tune the design of the prototype to improve its efficiency. Test out. To conduct experiments or trials to evaluate the functionality of a design. Synonym for. Test out. Experiment, trial, evaluate, assess, verify, pilot. Before launching the product, the company decided to test out its performance in various conditions. We need to test out different marketing strategies to see which one yields the best results. The engineers will test out the new software before its official release. Phase in. To gradually implement or introduce a new technology or process. Synonym for. Phase in. Introduce gradually, implement incrementally, roll out, gradually adopt, integrate progressively, bring in gradually. The company plans to phase in the use of renewable energy sources. The government decided to phase in the new regulations over a period of 3 years. The company plans to phase in the new software gradually to minimize disruptions. Tear down. To dismantle or disassemble a structure or machine for inspection or reconstruction. Synonym for. Tear down. Demolish, dismantle, disassemble, take apart, pull down, deconstruct. The old factory was torn down to make room for a new residential development. They had to tear down the damaged section of the bridge for safety reasons. The old bridge was torn down to make way for a modern one. Bring up to code. To modify or upgrade a structure to meet building or safety regulations. Synonym for. Bring up to code. Upgrade to standards, conform to regulations, ensure compliance, modify to meet codes, rectify to standard, adapt to specifications. The renovation project aims to bring the building up to code. The restaurant had to invest in renovations to bring up to code after failing a health inspection. The building underwent extensive renovations to bring it up to code with the latest safety regulations. Sketch out. To create a rough or preliminary drawing or plan. Synonym for sketch out. Outline, draft, plan, map out, design, rough out. Before starting construction, the architect sketched out several design concepts for the client to review. The engineer sketched out the initial design for the new product. Let me sketch out a rough plan of the project to give you an idea of what we're proposing. Hammer out. To resolve or work through details, often used in negotiations or problem solving. Synonym for hammer out. Negotiate, resolve, settle, thrash out, reach agreement on, work out. It took several meetings to hammer out a compromise that satisfied both parties. The engineering team needs to hammer out the technical challenges. The negotiation team worked late into the night to hammer out the details of the contract. Roll out. To introduce or launch a new product or technology on a larger scale. Synonym for roll out. Launch, introduce, release, unveil, debut, initiate. The company plans to roll out the latest version of its software next month. After successful testing, the software developer decided to roll out the update to all users. The company plans to roll out its new line of products nationwide next month. Build up. To accumulate or increase in size or complexity. Synonym for build up. Accumulate, increase, develop, expand, grow, strengthen. The team gradually built up the infrastructure necessary to support the growing demand. Over the years, they managed to build up a loyal customer base through exceptional service. The project will build up gradually as more resources become available. Optimize for. To modify or adapt a system or process for the best possible performance. Synonym for optimize for. Tailor for, customize for, fine-tune for, adjust for, modify for, adapt for. We need to optimize our manufacturing process for efficiency and cost-effectiveness. The website was optimized for mobile devices to improve user experience. Engineers aim to optimize the manufacturing process for efficiency. Cater to. To design or tailor something to meet the specific needs of a group or market. Synonym for cater to. Serve, meet the needs of, accommodate, fulfill the requirements of, address the demands of, attend to. The new software is catered to the requirements of professional engineers. This new restaurant aims to cater to vegan customers by offering a diverse plant-based menu. The hotel caters to business travelers by offering complimentary Wi-Fi and conference facilities. Lock in. To secure or finalize a design or plan. Synonym for lock in. Secure, confirm, finalize, settle, cement, establish. The contract locks in the terms of our partnership for the next 5 years. The team needs to lock in the specifications before starting production. We need to lock in the design specifications before production begins. Breakdown. To analyze and understand the components or structure of a system. Synonym for Break down. Analyze, decompose, dissect, evaluate, examine, deconstruct. The engineer will break down the system to identify the root cause of the problem. Engineers often break down complex systems into manageable parts for analysis. Let's break down the project into smaller tasks to make it more manageable. Scale up. To increase the size or capacity of a system or process. Synonym for scale up. Expand, increase, grow, ramp up, enlarge, augment. They're planning to scale up their operations by opening new branches in major cities. With increased demand, the company had to scale up production to meet customer needs. The company plans to scale up production to meet growing demand. Debug. To identify and remove errors or flaws in software or hardware. Synonym for debug. Troubleshoot, rectify, fix, correct, resolve, mend. If you encounter any errors, please report them so we can debug the system. The programmers are working to debug the software before its release. The developers spent weeks debugging the software to eliminate all the glitches. Run on. To operate or function using a particular source of power. Synonym for run on. Operate on, function on, work on, utilize, use, employ. The new machines will run on renewable energy to reduce environmental impact. The car can run on both gasoline and electricity for greater fuel efficiency. The factory runs on renewable energy sources to reduce its carbon footprint. Backup. To provide support or reinforcement for a scientific theory or hypothesis. Synonym for backup. Support, reinforce, bolster, uphold, backup, standby. The manager backed up her decision with data and research to convince the team. The engineering team is backed up by a strong research and development division. It's essential to have a backup plan in case the primary strategy doesn't succeed. Phase out. To gradually discontinue the use or production of a product or technology. Synonym for phase out. Discontinue, eliminate, withdraw, abolish, cease, remove. The government plans to phase out single-use plastics by the end of the year to reduce environmental pollution. The company plans to phase out the older model and focus on the new design. Many countries are working to phase out fossil fuel-powered vehicles in favor of electric cars to combat air pollution. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.